In this video, we're taking a look at the progress made on Blue and Blood since we started development on November 12, 2024. Since our introduction video on YouTube, we've been hard at work, and the first mission is now nearing completion. Beyond that, we've been developing entirely new gameplay systems from scratch to integrate seamlessly into our custom missions. Initially, we experimented with CLEO, then moved to GT3 script, before ultimately settling on CLEO Redux. One of the advantages of using Redux is that we can use JavaScript. We can also hot reload our scripts, and we can release updates without breaking save files. This means we can patch bugs and add new content without forcing players to start a new game. Some of these systems have already been showcased, like the food script. With our implementation, setting up new restaurants, cashiers, custom voice lines, and meals is incredibly easy. We've fully replaced the vanilla system, even porting all existing restaurants to work with our new framework. As a proof of concept, we've also added Jim's sticky ring. We could potentially add new restaurants everywhere on the map. Since we built this system from the ground up, it's much faster and more responsive, similar to the Definitive Edition. Following that same approach, we've also reworked the wardrobe system. Remember how tedious it was to get in and out of the wardrobe just to change clothes? That's gone. Our new system allows you to change outfits instantly. Along with this, we've recreated CJ as Joshua Bryce. His model is still a work in progress, and character designs are not yet final. Austin Vaughn alone has been remodeled 4 to 5 times. But we haven't just focused on reworking existing features. We've also developed a brand new dealership and garage system. This system allows you to buy vehicles, store them in garages, and retrieve them at any time, including during missions. If a mission requires a 4-door car, for example, the game will first check if you own one before spawning a default vehicle. From the very start, we kinda had a rough idea of where we wanted this thing to go. Like, we're not just throwing in random missions and calling it a day. We're building something that actually fits into San Andreas. The goal is to make it feel like it was always supposed to be there, like an expansion pack Rockstar forgot to release. And look, one thing we don't want to do is strip down the original game. I mean, who wants to play some half-baked, bootleg version of San Andreas with a couple of new missions slapped on top? Nobody. And if anything, we want to add to it. Make it better, not worse. As development progressed, we've written about 5 to 6 missions, and we're making sure that the dialogue quality matches what you saw in the introduction video. In this mod, you'll not only see familiar faces from San Andreas, but also brand new characters and factions to expand the world and its storytelling. That means we're expanding gangs with their own custom models, for example. Is Blue and Blood a design your own mission project? No, that is a great mod for quick mission making, but we're building something fully integrated into San Andreas, like an actual expansion pack. That means custom scripts, new cutscenes, new characters, new gangs, new models, basically a whole new experience that would not be possible with just design your own mission. So if you're expecting a simple mission pack, we have a lot more coming. Why does Toro say NA? So at first we were thinking, hey, let's make the Vagos more Norteño inspired. You know, give them a little bit more depth. Cause let's be real, in vanilla San Andreas, the Vagos don't have a lot going on. They're just kinda there. So we thought, alright, let's flesh them out, explore a different angle, make them stand out a little more. But yeah, turns out that didn't really make sense. The more we thought about it, the more we realized that they're in Los Santos. Now obviously the gangs in San Andreas are one-to-one recreations of real-life gangs. They're all kind of mixed together, taking inspiration from different places. But even with that in mind, Vagos would definitely be Southsiders. Like, if there's one thing they'd be saying, it's SA, not NA. So yeah, we're shifting things back to what makes sense. In the final release, Vagos are going to be Southsiders. How is Spank in San Andreas if it only appeared in 2001 when GTA 3 takes place? So Spank didn't just show up in 2001. We already know from Liberty City stories that it was floating around as early as 1998. It's briefly mentioned by Boy Sanchez, the DJ from Rise FM. So yeah, it was already in circulation before GTA 3. By 2001, it's everywhere, fully controlled by the Colombian cartel, mass-produced and straight up just wrecking people. That doesn't happen overnight. This stuff had to be around for a while before it got that big. So in Blue and Blood, it makes sense for Spank to already exist in San Andreas in some form. Maybe it's still experimental, maybe it hasn't hit mass production yet. But there's no reason it couldn't have been making the rounds before it fully took over to Liberty City, like some sort of trial run. And yeah, we've got an actual explanation for why it's there. You'll just have to play to find out. Will the mod be English only? For the initial release, yeah, it'll be English only. But that doesn't mean it has to stay that way forever. Translations are going to have to be a community effort after release to avoid spoilers, unless we find people we can trust to handle it beforehand. The last thing we want is a rushed translation that butchers the dialogue or leaks getting out before the mod even drops. We don't want spoilers, we don't want any of that. So if you want to see the mod in another language, it's going to depend on having the right people on board. Otherwise, it'll be up to the community post-launch. Why use AI for voice acting? When we first started, we didn't have a community. No dedicated voice actors, no team of volunteers, just a few people making the mod. AI was the best option to get consistent, high-quality voices without relying on a full cast that we didn't have. But since our introduction video, we've already brought some voice actors into the fold. So while AI is still playing a role, it's not the only tool we're using. As we expand, we're looking to get more real voices into the mix where possible. Why is Bryce undercover in the hood? He is not. Bryce is a detective who doesn't need to be in uniform, same as Vaughn. Behind the scenes, we've built a detailed gang map to track territories, and we're also putting together a wiki to document the lore, the characters, and all our research into how these dynamics actually play out in real life. These two projects are private at the moment, but they might go public one day. We're just letting you know that we're working on several projects at the same time. We also have a brand new extension of the LSPD interior. It also introduces some new characters, features like the wardrobe in the locker room. We have some new rooms like the shooting range, the archive, the armory, and some new offices.
Howdy, Patriot. What can I do you for? Go get him, soldier.
Anyway, we've also developed the Impound minigame and the Strangers and Freaks system inspired by GTA 5. This will introduce random characters you can encounter on your journey, leading to a variety of unique and unpredictable missions. You've already met Wang, who definitely seems like an interesting individual. What's next for Blue and Blood? More missions, more gameplay systems. Things are coming together, slowly but surely. Our active core team contains 2 people, and the workload has to be shared between 3D models, scripts, missions, and writing. There's a lot to do. To end this video, we want you to vote on which mission we should unveil next. There's a few options: Donut Dash, The Old Reliable, Family Shears, Unpaid Dues, and Docs Bust. There will be a poll in our Discord server, but you can also comment below and tell us what mission you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next update.